Previously on Titans Rise.
Titans, you must listen to me. I have sent my soul self to plead with you. The time has come. This world is being invaded. Please, you've got to believe me.
I'm going to go with my gut. I think Raven's telling the truth.
Hold it. Hey, guys! What's got 4 eyes and flies? 'Cause whatever it is, it's coming this way! And fast!
All of your preparations are meaningless. The time has come.
He merely gestures and the ground below him heaves, yet somehow we're supposed to defeat him. I fear Raven has given us an impossible task.
So you are the insects my daughter is sent to attack me.
Our homeworld is at stake here, Mother. Our world, our entire universe.
Despite all of your training and studies here, you never truly understood. They fled the Earth and its violent ways more than 9 centuries ago. They established Azarath as their home to worship the ways of peace. They will not permit you to bring Earth's evil to our temple doors again.
No. We couldn't have failed. Not yet.
Father, I call out to you with a proposition. You wanted me to rule at your side, and I will. I'll stand beside you, but only in your dimension. Take me, Trigon, but leave this dimension and its worlds alone.
You would forsake this planet. You would come with me.
I would sacrifice myself.
Raven, no! You don't know what you're doing!
Cease all your fighting, my friends. My mind is made up.
Hail Trigon! Hail the Master!
Raven trembled as Trigon's world suddenly appeared before her like some dark, dreaded nightmare come to life. She is an empath, a feeler of pains, a feeler of emotions who has known all the myriad passions from unbridled joy to heartbreaking fear. But the sudden, cold terror she senses here frightens her beyond any emotion she has ever felt before. This is her father's planet, and the world she will be imprisoned upon for the rest of her tortured life.
God save us. Trigon has returned.
Those prattling slugs below us are my pets. They exist only to obey my slightest whim. Should they annoy you, should their very presence agitate you, I will destroy them where they stand.
Their eyes are so empty of hope. All I sense in them is fear. What manner of world have you created?
Woman, smile at the Master. Keep in line, you spineless maggots. You are here to welcome home the Master. Sing praises to him or die!
I have created the perfect world, daughter. What do you think?
There is no joy here, Father. No love. These people are your slaves, and they fear you. They should be set free.
To do what? They serve no other purpose than serving me.
Now, you scum, salute the Master as he passes.
Ignore them, daughter. Their lives are meaningless to us, as much as the life of an insect.
Mother? Is he the Master? He is a monster.
Silence, Rhoda. If Trigon hears you...
She called me a monster, did she?
Master, she doesn't know what she's saying. She's only a child.
Silence! Come here, girl. What is your name?
My name is Rhoda.
And you think I'm a monster? Why? Is it the horns on my head? My blood-red skin? My fangs? Or perhaps it is my 2 sets of eyes that frightens you?
She's just a girl!
I said silence! Age means nothing to me. From the moment you are born, I demand your total obedience. Your complete subservience. You are to be taught that I am your god, that I hold your very life in my hands. And you will learn to view me with the respect I demand.
God. What is he doing to that girl? It can't possibly be the death stare, can it?
Trigon locked eyes with the child, her pale skin darkening like a slab of meat left on a grill for far too long.
Master, please! I beg of you! Show her mercy!
Father, I can sense the pain you are causing her. Stop it! For God's sake! Stop it!
That little girl's eyes rolled into the back of her skull as her body began to glow a pale white. Her skin is tightening and rippling around her skeleton.
Please, Master! Anything you want from me, I will give you. Take my life. Just please spare hers.
Trigon, don't you care what you are doing to her? Her blood is boiling.
Lessons must be taught, daughter. Discipline must be maintained.
It will be maintained without having to kill her. For God's sake, Father, stop! Please stop!
No. Her death will be a lesson for the rest.
But she is a child. Her death is immoral. And I cannot let you do this, no matter what you might do to me.
Please, you have to help her.
I can only try. My powers are those of an empath. The power to draw pain away from the child and draw it into me.
The crowd watched on as Raven's hand delicately touched the young girl's forehead, drawing the pain of Trigon's spell out of her and into Raven herself.
Ah! Azar, help me! The pain is too great. My skin boils. My flesh is crawling. It's too much. I don't know if I can expel the pain, but I must! It's leaving me drained, but I am whole, and the child still lives.
Raven's face took on the traits of the dying girl as she struggled to withdraw her suffering. Once her work was done, the girl ran into her mother's arms, who kneeled to hug her tightly.
Take her away now. Teach her. And above all, love her.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
A wasted display of your power, Raven. I still will not permit anyone to dispute my authority. Not even you.
With a simple wave of his hand, a fiery bolt would be summoned and fired into the child's direction, her body instantaneously burning up, reduced to a pile of ash before her mother.
No! No!
Now that that's settled, Raven, let us go to my castle. There is still much of my world you must see, and much you must know.
Oh, God! Please, no! 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 No, no, no!
Raven is speechless as she is led through the grimy streets towards Trigon's inner castle. She is drained, lost, helpless, and unable to cope with the overwhelming evil her father embodies.
You disapprove now, my daughter. But in time, you will learn.
She wants to flee, to race back to Earth, but staying prisoner here on Trigon's world was the pledge she made to save the Earth from her father's murderous wrath. And so, tears streaming from her steel gray eyes, she marches hopelessly forward.
Trigon, you truly feel no remorse, no regret from taking the life of a child.
You are my daughter, and therefore a god like myself, far above the rabble whom we command. They are hardly worth our attention, let alone discussing the value of their lives.
Sire, your dark hordes have returned from Cynthia. They report unrest.
And the proper preparations have been made?
Indeed, sire. This is Cynthia's queen. Will she serve you?
Trigon's servant, Gruul, gestures to a slender, beautiful woman with bright pink skin and red hair. Her body is wrapped scantily in chains and cloth as a soldier pushed her out of her cell towards Trigon. He puts a finger to her chin, forcing her to look up at him as Raven stares disapprovingly.
A wench, soon to be the last of her race. Yes. Prepare her for tonight. She will do. Are there any other problems, Gruul?
This proclamation, Master. The Zynthians demand that your dark hordes leave their planet immediately. They further demand that you pay for the damage your hordes have already inflicted.
Very well. Order my darklings to depart.
What? You are going to allow the Zynthians to make demands?
Of course not. But I do not want my armies to die with Cynthia scum.
The cosmic cannon is primed, Master. Do you wish to operate the controls?
I do. Twice in one day, lessons must be taught. How disappointing. Perhaps I have been too lenient of late. Gruul, order my dark hordes to increase the number of sacrifices from each planet. Perhaps my subjects need to be reminded that Trigon is not to be toyed with.
Trigon's hands reached for the large cannon, its scope aimed to the skies and at the distant planet known as Cynthia. He grinned wickedly as he pulled the trigger. The atomic beam tore its way through the cosmos and upon reaching its destination, blasted Cynthia to pieces instantaneously. It's an explosion visible from the ground. Millions of lives extinguished in an instant by his hand.
Cynthia was so fragile. I wonder if Earth will be so easily destroyed as well.
Earth? But you said if I came to your world, you'd leave the Earth alone!
And you believed me? Surely you must realize that I lied. It is second nature to me. I merely wanted you off Earth so you wouldn't die with the rest of those disgusting insects.
Raven's eyes narrowed. Her fists tightened as black magic began to rage around her, ready to combat her father as a dark plume of smoke was summoned. Its harsh air crept into her lungs, burning her throat. Her muscles began to weaken, and her eyes grew heavy.
I spent 20 years trying to pierce the barriers to invade your dimension. Surely you could not have believed that I would willingly abandon that quest.
As hard as Raven tried to fight back, her body would fall to the mystic power of Trigon, leaving her a crumpled pile on the floor before him.
Yet you did believe me, didn't you? Raven, daughter, you are far too trusting. Ah well, Every family must have its fool.
Titans Rise, Part 6, Final Blood.
The Temple Azarath now stands in ruin, wrenched from its very foundations from Trigon's earth-shaking battle with the Titans. The Titans slowly get to their feet, their costumes torn and blood-soaked.
She's gone. And with that grinning devil. And we let her go!
You know we had no choice, Flash. It was Raven's decision.
Trigon was not invincible. We could have defeated him. I feel ashamed allowing Raven to go.
But we did our best, Goldie. Let's face it, fighting Trigon isn't exactly the same as taking on the Muppets.
Sure, we did our best. Only our best wasn't good enough. I got a sick feeling, Greenie. Maybe we Titans just don't measure up.
No, we're good. Very good. And there's no shame in losing to someone stronger. But we've got to regroup, rethink, and strategize. Find the best ways to channel our strengths. Right, Nightwing?
The two friends look at each other, Dick Grayson's face working hard to mask the doubt in his eyes. But somehow, Donna was always able to work up the inspiration within him.
Right.
Why do I grieve? Raven did as she was required. Though she always rebelled against us, in the end she returned to our teachings of passivity. But still, she's gone. Gone to the hell that is Trigon's world, and I will never see her again. Once she left our temple to seek outside aid in combating Trigon, I knew she would not be permitted to return to Azarath. Still, she is my daughter, and I mourn her loss.
Is that all you're going to do? Leave Raven to rot on Trigon's planet? We can still save her!
We will fight for her life.
There will be no fighting. Raven sacrificed her life for this world. It's over.
Bullshit! No way it's over. Not yet.
Don't push it, Flash. Not here.
What? Don't tell me you're gonna leave Raven behind.
No, but can't you see? Arella won't help us.
Then I will make her help us. We have the power to do whatever we want.
Starfire, don't.
Starfire flew into the air, clasping her hands together to send a heated blast down at Arella's feet, stopping her in her place and shattering the ground below her.
But I must, Nightwing! I above all know what it is like to be someone's prisoner. I know the horrors she will face, and I will not allow Raven to suffer the way I have those 6 long years as a slave to the Citadel.
Please, Coriander, don't. We can't force her to go against her beliefs.
And we cannot allow Raven to suffer by our inaction.
Maybe there's another way. Raven said the Temple Azarath existed between dimensions. And that means you have the power to take us where we want to go. You don't have to violate your oath, but will you just show us what to do?
Look at her, Nightwing. She won't do anything to help us. Or Raven.
Flash!
He does not understand. But we are used to such ignorance. Long ago, we learned that passivity breeds inner contentment, while violence only begets more violence. We are at peace with ourselves, while you seethe with angry passions.
Oh, of course you're at peace with yourself. You don't care about anyone but yourself. You were going to let Trigon take over the whole damn universe just so you could preserve your own inner peace.
To be totally passive does not create peace. It is the breeding ground for subjugation.
You talk of subjugation, of slavery, but what do you know of the destruction and slavery of the mind and soul? Listen to my story and perhaps you will better understand us all. It began 20 years ago. I was 18, confused, very alone, and searching for answers to questions I couldn't even voice.
The Titans gathered around Arella as she began to recount to them her story.
I rejected religion, embraced the occult. Don't ask me why, it just seemed right. God, how wrong I was. Perhaps out of boredom, or perhaps looking for some sort of miracle, I joined a satanic cult. Then one night there was a ceremony, and I was offered up as the bride of Satan. Though I cannot understand why now, I willingly went along with them. They began their chants, and the skies grew dark, thickening with thunder and crackling with lightning. An image appeared, certainly not an image of evil. He was magnificent, the living embodiment of so many of my unspoken dreams. I reached up to him, took his hands, and he spoke to me in a deep, warm, velvet voice. I cannot lie. I loved him, cherished him, worshipped him. He took me as his bride, and we were married by the priests of Satan. And perhaps, for the first time in a life filled with loneliness, I felt loved and cared for and wanted. We were man and wife. We were one. Lovers, dreamers, and that first night's deep passions didn't fade with the coming of the day. For each time I gazed into those sweet, tender eyes, I felt more and more enthralled. I should have known, but I wanted to believe someone cared. My lover, the one whom I thought was like some god sent down to earth to save me, turned out to be evil incarnate. He was vicious, savage, the most hideous creature God could have created, if indeed God created him and not Satan himself. To him, I was nothing. Less than nothing. He did whatever he wanted with me, and when he was done, he would cast me aside like some useless rag. It hurts to even remember. Those were terrible days. You must understand, my mother abandoned me at birth. I don't even know who my father was. I became a ward of the state, shunted from uncaring family to uncaring family. I longed for love. Any love for so very long. And when I thought I found it...
And that's when Raven came around.
Trigon banished me to Earth. I watched the cult I had joined destroyed before my eyes. Again, I was all alone. But this time, with a child growing within me. And the dreaded knowledge that my child's father was Trigon himself. I sought counseling, but every state agency rejected me. My own fears. Trigon? I don't honestly know, but nothing could help me. Then at last I knew what to do, for the only answer seemed to be death. I was scared as I took those sleeping pills, and I lay down in a dark, deserted alleyway, waiting for death to claim me. You will laugh, I'm sure, but suddenly the darkness seemed to lift. The air seemed to shimmer in that alley that I had picked to be my deathbed. There was an unearthly glow that I thought was the light of God himself shining down on me. And inside the light, there was the figure of a man. He touched me, and I took his hand. I went with him back into the light, which closed even as I stepped through. I was leaving the world behind, and never once did I think of looking back. I was brought to Azarath and taught a new way of life, a way to expunge all the feelings of hate and greed and all the more basic violent emotions. The priests gave me a new life, and not since the day I came here have I regretted that. They nurtured me, taught me, and 9 months later, Raven was born. A more lovely child had never graced the world. Lovely, yet frightening, for she avoided the priests, more comfortable in meditation than prayer. Though she was raised in the peace of Azarath, her heritage boiled with the rage of Trigon. And we all sensed that difference. The child grew and rebelled and constantly questioned our regulations. It was inevitable that one day she would leave us. And once you leave the Temple Azarath, you can never return.
Yo, enough of the history lesson. So now we know how rotten your life was. What does that have to do with saving Raven? Whatever else she may have done, lady, she's still your damn kid. Or maybe when you get involved in all this cosmic bullshit, things like that don't matter anymore.
Cyborg, getting angry won't help Raven.
And remaining calm will. No, Nightwing, the time for words has passed. We have a battle to wage, the battle for Raven's life.
I have to agree. While we sit here, Raven's suffering.
Listen, I want to help her as much as you do. But we still need a way to Raven's new world. Will you do that much for us? Will you?
I will open the doorway to the unknown. I will guide you, but you must do the rest.
So, you're coming with us?
Yes.
But Arella, if you leave, you can't ever come back.
I know. But Cyborg is right. Despite all else, Raven is my daughter. And though I will not violate my teachings here, I cannot allow her to be harmed.
You're sure of this? I mean, you're giving up everything you ever wanted.
No. I'm not certain this is the right thing to do. But I am sure that it is the only thing I can do.
Arella closes her eyes and holds out her hands. A white, graceful energy danced its way through her body until suddenly a doorway was open. Each of the Titans stepped through to what seemed like an endless staircase in the midst of time and space itself.
Endless space. A gap between worlds.
And yet, we can somehow breathe here. Steps leading between every dimension.
Steps my ass! These things are moving!
If I didn't know any better, I'd say we were on some kind of cosmic escalator. Someone should have warned me. Take some Dramamine.
I'm getting airsick.
A pathway between dimensions. I never suspected such a thing existed.
You look worried, Dick.
I am, Corey. We're on our way to fight something almost unknown, something obscene. I don't know if we're up to it yet. If we really stand a chance against Trigon.
I'm starting to feel better about this. Something tells me we're gonna make it.
Really? Then why are your knees shaking so much they could turn butter?
We're almost there, Arella. How do you feel?
Pained. So many bad memories that I would have preferred to forget return to haunt me now.
The void is warm around them, but there is a dark chill radiating from the great crimson planet that looms ahead. They are silent as their feet touch the harsh, rocky ground, as the cosmic stairway becomes broad steps carved from the mountain stone. Arella shudders, trying to shake away the feeling of dread that seems omnipresent. She says nothing, hoping the others will not sense that which worries her.
Wow! So this is Trigon's planet, huh? Not exactly the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
So where to now?
Trigon has many castles, yet I sense Raven's presence in that direction. We go there.
Yo, something tells me this is it. We're gonna have to fight for every inch.
Maybe not. Wally, go scout it out. If you see Trigon, get back here, fast.
Pal, if I see that big red bozo, believe me, you'll know. But if I see Raven, then I'm gonna move heaven and earth to save her. Even after all she did to me, I still love her. And I want her to know that before I lose her again. Holy hell, what the?
So you are one of my daughter's little friends. Bringing the battle to my world, are you? And yet you back away from me. You fear me.
Not you, Big Red. That overgrown Benji there.
Attached to a long, thick chain held by Trigon was a snarling hellhound, drooling blood through its teeth as it snapped repeatedly at the flash.
Fang upsets you, does he? Very well. Fang, sit. Now, Swift One, call the others here.
Wally stared between Trigon and the gaping jaws of the beast. His heart raced as he slowly raised a hand to his earpiece, calling in the Titans.
Well, I found him. Meet me at my location.
Moments later, the group touched down behind him, each of them staring in horror and awe at Trigon.
Oh boy, that's why there are no cats on this planet. Fido here probably ate them all.
This is it. Only 6 of you? No army, no super weapon. Children in costumes pose no threat to my empire.
We don't care about your empire, Trigon. All we want is Raven. And we're willing to fight for her.
Are you also willing to die for her? Just as your world will die? Even now, my dark hordes prepare for war.
We weren't ready when you fought us the first time. We didn't have as much to fight for. But now, we fight for Raven. We fight for the Earth. Titans! Gah!
As the Titans prepared their attack, the hellhound known as Fang lashed out, its massive paw knocking them all aside at once, sending the team spiraling through the air and into a wall of stone unconscious. Trigon stands above his defeated foes as a small battalion of his soldiers rushed into the room.
Master, your daughter has escaped her cell.
Escaped? You were her guard.
But sire, there was another woman. She used some sort of spell.
I have no concern with why you permitted her escape. What concerns me is the incompetence of my Imperial Guard. Fortunately, that problem is easily corrected.
With that, Trigon opened his palm, unleashing Fang's wrath upon his guard.
As for the rest of you, find my daughter. Bring her to me, or you will also risk incurring my wrath.
Yes, Master. We will find her. We swear.
Do not swear. Act.
A dark alleyway filled with crawling shadows. A mother evacuates her captured child.
Here, Raven. We can rest. Just a moment to catch your breath. Then we must continue.
Mother, you always told me, warned me of his evil. But how could I possibly imagine such evil could exist? It overwhelmed my empathetic soul, made me ill beyond measure.
Rest your mind, daughter. Forget. Try to calm your thoughts. We can only try to... Oh, my Lord Azar! That horrible scream!
It is the wail of tortured souls, crying out in agony.
Souls and more. The world turns deep scarlet, the colors thick red blood, as great gray demons screech skyward, vomiting streams of wildfire. Like mad reapers, they cut through the darkening skies, searching for one. Like mad reapers, they cut through the darkening skies, searching for the one their master has commanded them to find. Nothing stops them, not mighty stone buildings, nor the pleas of the thousands who fall like wheat before the scythe.
They're after us, Mother. Trigon will have them destroy everything until he finds us.
I feel all those cries. All that pain.
We cannot stand by any longer. We have to stop the suffering while we can. Trigon! Hear me. I call you now. I turn myself over to you. Just stop the senseless slaughter.
Then hold my hand and pray with me, Raven. For when Trigon comes, we will be beyond prayer, beyond hope.
You pray for both of us. I cannot let the carnage continue a moment more.
It is stopped, daughter. And I am here.
Trigon!
Yes, Arella, my one-time bride. And now, before you two can delay my operations any longer.
Trigon's eyes glowed a hideous orange before releasing his deadly rays at them, his beams of death barely being blocked by Arella, who raised a magic barrier between them in defense.
No, Trigon. I won't allow you to destroy us.
What? You defy your sacred oath of Azar to resist me?
I returned to your world to save Raven, and I'll do anything to prevent you from destroying her. Go, Raven. Find your friends, send them against Trigon before it's too late.
And so Raven runs, while Arella strains to keep her mystic shield before her. But then, the strain overtakes her. She feels herself weakened, if only for a moment. But with Trigon, even a moment is much too long.
Find the Titans. But where? Trigon defeated them. They could be in any of his dungeons. I cannot seem to separate their emanations from all the others on this... What?
The ground beneath the fleeing Raven began to burn with flame and brimstone as a portal from Trigon arose, his massive form stepping through.
What did you do to Mother?
Concern yourself with what I shall do to you. You, my only offspring ever to survive to adulthood. You, my only child not to be slain by some lunatic protesting my rule. I want you beside me, daughter. To rule with me.
Never. When I first came here, I did not realize what you were truly like. I could no more stand beside you than I could stand beside Satan himself.
Trigon stares into Raven's grim gray eyes, realizing that she would rather kill herself than serve him. He draws a long, deep breath before deciding what to do next. But before he can reach his decision, a familiar face teleports behind him.
You might have controlled me, Trigon, but you will not extend your evil to my daughter.
A mystical white light bursts out from around Aurelia's body, so powerful her feet barely touch the ground.
What? I feel weak. But how? Arella, damn me for not slaying you!
Mother! But how?
Azarath taught me many things, Raven. How to increase my empathic powers from simply drawing out pain to tapping the very core of the soul itself. But I cannot hold him for long. He fights me, resists me, and his powers far overshadow mine. Go, Raven. Hurry to your friends. Let me guide you to them now while there's still time.
Trigon's breast seethes with anger as he struggles against the forces which try to oppress him. Then, at long last, he is free. But Arella and Raven are gone.
Gone. Both of them. I could hunt them down. Destroy them. But why bother? Let them waste their time in hiding. For while they do, I will move my dark hordes to their dimension and rule their universe as well!
It takes time, but Raven is finally able to find the dungeon which held the Titans, each of them hanging chained by their wrists.
Raven! My belt! There's a lockpick! You have to get us out of here!
Calm yourself, my friend. For this key will not only free the Titans, it will free our dimensions from the horrors of Trigon's rule.
But elsewhere, the skies scream with rage.
The power flows through me now. The power to strip away the barriers that stand between dimensions. They will crumble. And when I walk through them again, my dark hordes will follow. For 20 years I have waited for this moment. Behold, Earth, my first step in conquering a new dimension. It stands alone, defenseless. For what few heroes they possess will find themselves helpless to prevent their world's destruction.
Hurry, all of you. My father is ready to break through the dimensional walls.
Looks like he was expecting us. We've got company!
The Flash, carrying Raven in his arms, is forced to stop as the massive hellhound Fang rounded the corner in front of them, approaching them with a low snarl.
You guys go! Let me handle Bowser here.
Think you're up for this, Logan?
Sure! What's a little pooch to a guy who can change shapes? Hey! Lassie! Check me out! I'm like a Power Ranger! Go, go, Triceratops!
As Beast Boy and Fang charged at each other, the others continued forth until eventually finding Arella, who watched on in helpless horror.
Oh, thank Azar you've come, Raven. Time grows short.
Raven told me what your plan is. You sure it'll work?
It must, Wally. It's our only hope.
We add our powers into your own, and pray it is enough.
What are we waiting for, Nightwing? Trigon's within our grasp.
If we attack now, we're doomed. Raven said we would defeat him by working as one. We've got to link our powers together. A single effort is the only thing that'll work. Cyborg, your internal power supply. Can it be hooked in another source?
Better believe it, Tights. I'm like a living battery.
Then we'll link you and Starfire. Focus her power through you. Wonder Girl, your magic lasso was like Wonder Woman's. It can be used to sap Trigon's will.
Gotcha. Already moving out.
Flash, speed up your vibration rate. I've got something special in mind for you.
But to do that, I'd have to move faster than I ever have before.
Then do it.
Trigon stands on a floating platform above them when he is met by a challenge of might by the incredible Wonder Girl.
You continue to attack. You delay my plans. I will not permit such petulance. My strength fails me again. Arella. It must be her. Damn that woman!
Oh, thank Hera! Their plan is working!
Together we are weakening Trigon. It may yet be possible for Wonder Girl to further dampen his will.
It must work, daughter. It has to.
Tears stream down Raven's face as she digs deeper into her own soul. The pain almost overwhelms her, but still, she must tap all of her empathetic strength.
We weaken Trigon, while Flash wields his speed to rip open the doorway to the Netherverse.
With Trigon weakened, Donna Troy is able to get her lasso around him, tightening its grip sharply.
The hole is open, but Trigon's resisting me.
Even when attacked on all sides, and my power being sapped, I will still rise and destroy you all!
What are we waiting for?
I'll tell you when to open fire.
Sweat beads Nightwing's forehead as he counts the precious moments. This has to be perfectly timed. Everything must be coordinated to attack Trigon at his weakest.
Nightwing, I can't fight anymore! Do it! Do it now!
The former Boy Wonder draws in a long, hot breath. Everything depends on his commands. He waits, sees his fellow Titans straining beyond all limits of endurance. Then, when they are ready to burst...
Now! Fire!
It's a mind-staggering scream which seemingly shatters the very skies themselves. Wally West had vibrated himself so fast that his hands could not only reach through solid objects, but the very fabric of reality itself.
Come on! I can't hold it forever!
His hands gripped at the walls between dimensions, pulling them open just enough for a clean shot. Cyborg's back opened up, a clear target for Starfire.
All right, Star! Hit me!
Brace yourself, Cyborg. I'll give it everything I've got!
She unleashed every ounce of power she had into her teammate. And with his power overloaded, Cyborg's body began to crackle and shake with energy.
Let's do this! Booyah!
And suddenly, he unleashed it all into the tear, spreading it open large enough to fit their demonic foe. And as he does, Donna tightens her lasso around Trigon, straining every single muscle in her body to throw Raven's father into the portal, his screams echoing out from the Netherverse.
I will be freed of this world, daughter! I will return, and I will slaughter you all! Your world will burn! And standing at the center of it all will be Trigon!
It worked! Great Athena, it worked!
A hole in the sky, a portal to the Netherverse, a dark hole where nothing exists. It is a place between the decimals of 0, and Trigon's limp body is blasted through it.
I don't think I could have lasted another second.
Hold it. Arella, She's heading towards the dimensional doorway. What are you doing?
There was never any other way. I could not return to Azarath. Thus let my sacrifices be for the good of all.
Wait! Arella, don't!
But Nightwing's plea comes too late, for even as the slim figure bridges the gulf between dimensions, the giant portal explodes with impossible fury. And in an instant, it exists no more. Meanwhile, Beast Boy morphs back into himself over the unconscious Hellhound, and a crowd gathers around to celebrate his victory.
Well, it took everything I got, but Bowser's down for the count. Thank you, you're all too kind. Now, someone find this thing a loving home.
Raven, I don't understand. What was all that about? Why did your mother...
It was as she said. She had no other choice.
Raven is attached to Wally West, her tear-filled eyes pressed to his chest. The pain is too much. She can hardly speak.
Raven told me about it when I brought her here. Trigon could have escaped back through that dimensional doorway if something didn't block his path.
But now my mother guards the bridge, as she must for all eternity. She, who believed in peace, must now be forever at war, lest Trigon be permitted to ever be free again.
And somewhere, in a dimension beyond time and space, a war begins that will never end.
Titans Rise, Part 6, Final Blood. Written, directed, edited, and produced by Matthew Dawson. Based on the stories of Marv Wolfman. Starring D. Tyler Fultz as Trigon, Chelsea Krause as Raven, Crystal Storm as the narrator, Rebecca Olivia Hodges as Arella and Ruda, Ryan Doe as Nightwing, Brian Safara as The Flash, Vanessa Benoit as Starfire, Jace Corbett as Cyborg, Mackenzie McClure as Beast Boy, Glenda Villamar as Donna Troy, Tara as Mother, Ray O'Hare as Gruel, Joshua Crawford as Soldier, Nate Lodbrook as Citizen, and Sil Villa as Soldier 2. Ready to join the conversation? Below you'll find links to our public Discord server, as well as our Patreon, where you'll get exclusive content and early access to episodes. This production is the effort of Mortalverse Audio Dramas and its volunteering associates. It is in no way affiliated with or representative of Warner Brothers or DC Comics and their characters. This project was created by the fans, for the fans, to show our appreciation towards this franchise. This project has been released for free. Thank you to everyone who helped bring this project to life. Mortalverse Audio Dramas will always be grateful for your time and dedication to this project. Here at Mortalverse Audio Dramas, we believe that real voice work is done by real voice actors, none of which in this episode consent to having their voice used or replicated by any AI means.